right. Make sure y'all can hear me. Yeah. Here we go. Let me know if y'all can hear me. All right. We get started here in a few minutes, y'all. All right. I got a few people in here. Got a few people in here already. What's going on? We're gonna talk again, man. We getting closer. We here. Fight week. So yeah, get started here in a minute. Okay, got two piece. Two piece. What's going on, man? Yeah, man. It's fight week again. So we'll talk about that. And I want to talk about some of the fights this past weekend just a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna focus on the big ones going down, man. The fights that we was all looking forward to. Major title fights. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Lee, we almost there, man. Oh man, I didn't watch that versus interview yet, man. I got it though. I bookmarked it so I could watch it, man. I'm gonna watch it first, and we'll talk about it again, man. I just haven't had a chance to sit down. You talking about the Yahoo interview, right? Yeah, because that's the one I bookmarked. I've been just watching a bunch of stuff, man. Like, I've been looking at the embeddeds and everything, so I got to get around to watching that. Let me watch that tonight, man. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that tonight. Yeah, man, this is major, man. Shoot, I don't think I've been this hyped in a while for, you know, a fight card. I mean, we had some good fights, but this time it's like it's a major card for, it's one of them ones that give me butterflies. Every now and then I get those, man. Marcus Bell, what's going on? Every now and then a card gives me those butterflies whenever, I know it's like a lot on the line and it's like a major title fight. But I mean, we got I won't say I won't say three because I'm not really looking forward to the Usman fight. I'm not looking forward to the Usman Masvidal fight really. So I'm just saying the Shevchenko Andrade fight and the Weili Rose fight. Those are the major fights. I mean, I'd still feel the same if that rematch wasn't on this card. Yeah, yeah, but two beats. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I gotta sit down and watch that again. Um, I mean, I saved it, but I just gotta watch it. TJJ said both Chiesa and Felder are picking Rose. Who else is picking Rose? Anthony Smith is picking Rose. I mean, his reasons weren't really like his reasons for picking Rose. Like, it didn't really like delve into it. He said something like Rose hits hard or like she's a knockout puncher or whatever. But I mean, in all reality, Rose is an accurate puncher, but she's not really a knockout artist. I mean, she only knocked out one person, right? So you can't really say she's a knockout artist. She's just an accurate, precise puncher, and she just caught Joanna with the perfect left hook at the time. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and get started here. Welcome back to another live stream, y'all. It's going down this weekend. Fight week, major fights. Like I said, Valentina Shevchenko and Jessica Andrade. Let's talk about that fight a little bit, and then of course we'll go into the big one, the big strawweight fight. Zhang Weili, I'm gonna get it right. Zhang Weili versus Rose Namajunas. So man, leading up to this fight, like I said in my prediction, man, a lot of people feel like Shevchenko versus Andrade there's a lot of people that's feeling like it's gonna be a one-sided fight. A lot of people feel like Shevchenko Andrade is gonna be one-sided. That Shevchenko's got the skills to just completely outclass her. I've already made my pick. I'm going with Shevchenko by stoppage, but in no way do I think it's easy. I don't know about y'all, but I think a lot of people feel like this is going to be too easy a fight. I mean, Jessica Andrade, you got to give her a lot of credit, man. She's a dangerous opponent. To me, there's a difference between a dangerous opponent and an overall challenging opponent. You know, I think Amanda Nunes was Valentina's most challenging opponent. That was like the biggest challenge she's ever had, and she didn't overcome it. 2 times she couldn't overcome that challenge. I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, she won the rematch," but she clearly didn't. She clearly didn't do enough to win the rematch. But when you look at a fighter like Jessica Andrade, she's dangerous. She might not have the skill set to match Nunes or even match Valentina, but she's always dangerous. Which takes a lot of focus. It takes a lot of focus dealing with a dangerous opponent. When you swimming in the shark when you swimming in the in the sea with sharks, when you swimming around sharks, yeah, you might know how to swim, but shoot, that's still dangerous. It's still dangerous. You might be able to outswim a shark, get to the surface, but you let up one time and you get eaten. You know, that's why I think people are overlooking that part. Like, yeah, I broke it down and I said Valentina Shevchenko can win the fight, but in no way did I say, oh, it's going to be a cakewalk or like she got to do just one thing. I broke it down. I said, these are the 5 things that she has to do to beat Andrade. You got to do these 5 things or more. And the number one thing is about Valentina in this fight, she has to stay focused. I didn't put that as a key to victory for Valentina because she's always staying focused. That's not something you got to really tell Valentina. She stays focused. She'll stay in the fight. But the minute she was to break focus, Jessica Andrade could be on her just like that. You know what I mean? It's not skill that wins you fight. It's not just skill that wins you fight. It's really the drive and your motivation to get there, your ambition. Without ambition, what are you really, right? And it could be argued that Jessica Andrade, her hunger to win could be greater than Valentina Shevchenko, you know, or just as much. Her hunger for it could be just as much or the same. I mean, what do y'all think? Like, she's always coming to fight, but I mean, her balance of skill isn't there like Valentina. So that's where Valentina tends to rise above her and the rest. But the minute you let go and you sleep on an opponent like Jessica Andrade, boom, she's got you. You know, that's that's what I said about Rose Namajunas. The first time Rose fought Jessica Andrade, I said to myself, okay, I know Rose has better skill and she's got the skill to beat Jessica Andrade, right? Meaning it's not a great big of a challenge for her as far as trying to outstrike somebody like Jessica Andrade, but it's the focus because the girl is so dangerous. Andrade is that dangerous. The minute you go stationary, the minute you stop moving around, she'll take something so simple like her physical strength and pick you up and slam you on your head, and it's over, you know? So that's the argument I make when it comes to Valentina taking on Jessica Andrade. This is her most dangerous opponent, possibly her most dangerous opponent, but not biggest challenge. I mean, what do y'all think? Let's see, Mr. Lee said Andrade, a former bantamweight, former flyweight too. Former strawweight, yeah. She's a flyweight now. Yeah. Yeah, she's he said he's picking 55, 45. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's been up and down, but I think that flyweight is the weight where she really needs to be right now. Jessica Andrade, I think she looks good physically. And I mean, she's only had one fight, but as far as what we've seen in her body, she fits this division. She's not too small, because the girls at bantamweight, they're so much taller than her and they have longer reach. Strawweight, she was killing herself to make after a while. But now Jessica Andrade's kind of in the middle. She's kind of found a good ground, a good home. She's in a division where she can still do damage, to these other fighters, even if they are like a little bit taller than her. That's why I say, man, if if uh if Valentina lets up one time in this fight, it could be over. It's that dangerous. It's that dangerous of a fight. You can't drop your hands in this fight and say, "Oh, this is easy." You can't just dance around and showboat or anything like that, or try to get Jessica Andrade riled up. This ain't the type of fight to play like that in. It, it's a dangerous match for Valentina Shevchenko. When it comes down to it, like I said, skill wise, when I broke it down, I gotta say Valentina has more than enough tools to beat Jessica Andrade. Like, she won't really have to step out of the box. She really won't have to break out of her comfort zone as long as she stays focused. As long as you use like the main tools that you have over a fighter like Jessica Andrade, that'll win you the fight. Same thing like Rose. Rose could have did that first go around if she just stuck to the one or two, three things that she knew would work against Jessica Andrade. But nope, you let her close in. No, you started letting her kick you to the body, and slowly she got her hands on you, and boom, that was it. 2B said this is somewhat relevant. Tatiana Saria says she wants to come back at flyweight. Hey, if she did, I mean, I wouldn't mind. I really want. Hey, yeah, I wouldn't mind. I really wanted to see her do her thing at strawweight, but if she comes back for like a first fight at 125, that's fine. But if she wants to slowly make her way down to strawweight, that's cool. Like, if she doesn't want to make the dramatic drop to 115, that's cool. What else about let's see, what was something else I was gonna bring up? What was it in that interview, Two Beast, that you were talking about again? I know you brought up something about was it her knocking Andrade out? Something about Valentina knocking Andrade out. Hold on. Yep. Tatiana's looking like a flyweight before that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, she's always kind of looked like a flyweight, so yeah, that's cool. If she wants to do that, that's cool. I know a lot of that's gonna put a lot of these flyweights on notice, boy, if she moves up. Hang on one second here. So yeah, man. What else about Jessica Andrade going into this fight? Uh, I was watching that embedded. I was watching that embedded the other night, and I was impressed with a lot of the work that Jessica Andrade has been doing too, man. Like, I was impressed at how she was trying to make some improvements. She was honest about what happened the first go round when she lost the strawweight title. When she first won the strawweight title, and then she went into the fight with Weili, she was just being honest that she almost kind of felt like she was starting to feel herself a little too much, and it cost her the fight. You know, but I think going into this fight this time around, she's been trying to make the improvements. And after that loss, she's been making little improvements here and there. And just seeing her hit the mat and actually get that work in, and seeing what she's been doing with these other men and just rolling with the men now, with these guys, her main training camp, but just seeing her in there rolling with these guys on embedded, I was just like, yeah, she's really trying to work on everything, every little aspect in this fight, because she wants to win. She doesn't just want to go in there and battle Valentina at her own game. It's like she said, she wants to expose some holes, and you can't get mad at that. What is she supposed to say? She's supposed to say, I'm gonna just lay down and take this beat down from Valentina Shevchenko? No. She's supposed to say, I gotta find these holes, and if I see holes in her game when we watch tape, we gotta expose that. That's why I think a lot of people, it rubs people the wrong way when they hear these fighters talk sometime. But that's what they got to do to get themselves ready, man. They got to say, look, I know this person's been champion long enough, but I've been studying them. I see the weaknesses in them. It's time for me to expose those holes. And I respect her for that. I'm not a big Jessica Andrade fan. I already said that before, on this channel. I'm not like a big fan, but I'm a big fan of hard work. Definitely a big fan of the hard work she's been putting in. After the Weili loss, she bounced back, started working on the head movement, you know, um, started becoming a little bit more educated with her approach. Um, Close fight with Rose. She dropped a close fight with Rose. She made a return at 125, and that return to 125 against Caitlin Chikagan was impressive. You know, um, I know some people feel like Caitlin Chikagan was winning that round, that one round against Jessica Andrade, but when you go back and look at the fight, like when I did the live commentary, the breakdown of it, Jessica Andrade was landing some nice body shots in that fight. She was doing some nice body work in that fight. She was really stabbing Caitlin Chikagan's body, and I think it was accumulation of body shots. It just wasn't one freak body shot that hurt Caitlin, and that's why I said that's the key in this fight against Valentina. She's got to be a lot smarter on how she takes this approach to land to the body and land her power shots. It's pretty obvious that Valentina's team, they're already thinking that this girl's going to go in there. She's going to come in the octagon guns blazing. She's going to come after. So she has to counter that and say, look, I'm going to be a lot smarter this time. 2B said, basically in the interview, she compared Andrade to her competition she already faced. Not enough characters allowed in chat to really break it down. Yeah, that's cool. Like I said, I'll go back and watch it. I just wanted the gist of it, of what you were talking about. Um, that's similar to what Rose said, about Weili. I hope they don't go in thinking that way. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I can't really say for the good or the better that Andrade is like anybody she's faced before. You know, she's not like Holly Holm. She's not like Juliana Pena. She's not like Caitlin Kagan. She's not like Amanda Nunes. She's not like Liz Carmouche. Who else? She's not like I said Juliana. She's not like Jennifer Maya. She's not really like anybody she's faced in the flyweight division, really. She's not really like anybody, I don't think, and for her to try to compare, for Valentina to compare her to other people, I think that's a dangerous thing. I hope she's just preparing for Jessica Andrade, not like all these other people, because of course, Jessica Andrade kind of brings her own style because she's not really built like anybody else. She's not built like any of the other fighters she's faced. She's more so like a little tank, and she comes with a different approach. Sometimes it's uneducated, sometimes that's beneficial to Jessica Andrade, but I really don't think she is like anybody she's faced. And I'm not saying that's making her the biggest challenge either, just because she's different. Not at all. I think she's just something new that she's facing, you know? Yeah, I don't think she's like anything she's faced before. Amanda Nunes was much better skill. Holly Holm was a much better athlete. Jennifer Maya, mixture of strength and good boxing there, and had a game for a little bit. That gave Valentina one good round. But I think none of them really possess the relentlessness that Jessica Andrade has. But yeah, I'll watch it again and we'll talk about it. The Tatiana interview, I think, was on Gabriel Gonzalez's channel. Yeah, I'll check that out. TJ said, TJ was going. TJ said a few more days he collect his bag. He said Zhang and 2. I got, if you haven't seen my breakdown, TJ, I got Zong. I got Weili in 3 or 4. I'm gonna give Rose at least 3 or 4 rounds. I know some people are upset about my pick, but yeah, I'm a fan of Rose's style, and it doesn't have anything to do with the crazy talk she's been spewing out lately. It doesn't have nothing to do with that. I'm just going by what I've seen as far as, really hard shell fighters, like I like to call them, the hard shell fighters, those hard built for tough. I won't say for tough, but built tough fighters have given Rose problems in the past. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going with Weili too. I'm gonna give Rose 2 or 3. I'm gonna give Rose 3 or 4 till 3 or 4. Yeah, yeah. Rest in peace to Black Rob, man. I meant to drop that today on my Instagram, man. Rest in peace to Black Rob, man. Yeah. No, V Kendra, what's going on? TJ said Valentina doesn't really knock people out. No, she doesn't. Well, not with her hands anyway. And I don't see her submitting Andrade. Doctor Stop is unanimous decision when I say that's what I said. Yeah, that's my pick. My pick is by like accumulation, or like she opens up a cut so bad that they have to stop it. Like I think if Valentina catches her with a good shot and she knocks her down, it's going to be an accumulation where the referees had to step in. Like that or big cut. That's my pick for Valentina winning, or possibly unanimous decision. If there's a lot of back and forth moments where both fighters have to kind of respect each other, that's the only way it goes to a unanimous decision. But yeah, I don't see her knocking her out. Like Valentina's a strong puncher. Valentina's a strong puncher, but she's not a hard power puncher. She's not a one-hitter quitter fighter. Amanda Nunes is a one-hitter quitter. She'll put you on wobbly legs with the right hand or the left hook. Cyborg can do that. But Valentina is more so of a strong puncher just because of the way she positions her feet and the way she turns the shot over. It's not really committed to full weight behind the shot, where she's going to knock you out, unless you just got a chin and made a and head kick. Damn right, she'll knock you out with the head kick for sure. She'll knock you out with the head kick. No, I don't. I might need to start doing that. I might need to start on doing it. Yeah, Lolita, what's going on? Lolita said not with her hands. Yeah. Here we go. Andrade is going to hit Shevchenko like she's never been hit before. Andrade is a good underdog pick, though. Yeah, she's a good underdog pick. Yeah, if she pulls off a win, boy, she'll get you some. Yeah, she'll get you some bread if she can connect. If Andrade can connect on Shevchenko, it would be hard to hit been hit with, because even Nunes couldn't really hit her that clean in their fight. But if she gets hit with one of these shots by Andrade, whoa, yeah. But you got to think too, like, will Andrade ever get in the pocket enough to land it with those knees coming and those front kicks coming? Will she ever be able to get past the front kick of Valentina? Will she ever get past the jab? Well, let me ask y'all this. Now that we're talking about this, do y'all think Valentina throws enough punches, or she'll throw enough punches to keep Jessica Andrade off of her? That's another thing. Like, do you think she throws enough punches to keep her at a range? Like Joanna was just constantly popping the jab off in her face. She was just constantly hitting her in the face with the jab and mixing it up with leg kick. Lolita said, you think Nunes has advised Andrade any? I don't know. It could be possible. I wouldn't take her advice, though. You know what I mean? The last person that took that advice got knocked out, right? Champions are champions. Look, I give these champions all the credit in the world, but look, sometimes you can't take advice from a champion, though. You cannot take advice from a champion. Don't take advice from. Don't bet on a fight based on a pick from Valentina, or don't take advice from Amanda Nunes. They only know them. Let's put it that way. They only know them. Let's be honest. They only know what they can do for themselves. Like Conor McGregor, like he didn't seem like a very good trainer to me. Conor McGregor, he's not a very good trainer. He knows him though, but you don't take advice from some of these champions, man. No. Like what Nunes does will work for Nunes, but it's not gonna work for somebody like Jessica Andrade. You know what I mean? You got to look at that person's body type, their focus. You got to look at their approach to the fight, what what their weaknesses are. She don't know her like that. Like I don't think she's been watching her like that to give her advice. V. Kendra says she gives good advice. It's up to the fighter to execute it. It's up to. It's also if they have the skill to do it. I mean, if you really know that fighter don't have the same skill set to execute some of this stuff, I ain't telling them nothing. Because I think she did give somebody like Jessica I or somebody like that some advice too. And I know Jessica I doesn't possess the skill to execute some of this stuff. So I'll just say good luck. I'll just say good luck. Unless I was really training you, you were under my wing, and I've been studying you for a long time, I'll say let's keep it at that. Good, good luck. BJ, what's going on, man? BJ said and new. Lolita said, is Andrade stronger slash faster than Maya? Um, I think I think Andrade I think Andrade is a tad bit stronger. I think no, I think Andrade is stronger than Jennifer Maya, but I think Jennifer Maya is faster. You can agree or disagree with me on that. I think Jennifer Maya has better timing and better hand speed, but I think Andrade is stronger. I think Andrade is naturally stronger. I mean, I got to give her a lot of credit. Knowing that she grew up on that farm now, that's like wow. She's one of them farm girls. She grew up tough. To be at work the farm as a woman, that's a tough woman right there, and that'll build up that type of strength in you. That's why she's so strong and durable. She has that stamina for days. She's like country strength, except she's got that Brazilian strength. Brazilian country strength. 2B said, I think it was the We Want Picks channel where Dan Kramer mentioned that sometimes fighters with awkward stand-up land because they're very skilled strikers sometimes don't get those looks from training. Exactly. That's true. There's a guy I know. Well, a guy I know that knows another guy that this was like 16 years ago. 16 years ago, 2 Beats. This guy named Vivian Harris, boxer that everybody thought he was gonna be the next guy to beat Floyd Mayweather, and he went in there. He wasn't prepared for it. He wasn't prepared. So in there, he gassed out trying to knock the guy out. He winds up getting knocked out. So yeah, guys with awkward stand-up or awkward boxing, that's stuff you can't really prepare for. That's really stuff you can't prepare for. So the two fighters that has fought Andrade gives her a chance. Calderwood and Rose. Hey, yeah, they got to. I agree with Rose that she probably does hit like a truck and she hits harder than Valentina, but you gotta have a target to be effective. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about, BJ. Pressure Valentina. You're right. Just got a pressure fighter. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. She's a pressure, Jessica's not a pressure fighter, so she's not gonna execute right pressure. So you can't take that kind of advice. You can't take that kind of advice if you're not a pressure fighter. You got to come up with a different game plan. So it might work for Nunes to do that, but it won't work for Jessica I. V. Kendra said Maya's slow. Maya got good timing to me. Maya's quick. She got good timing. And yeah, Andrade is more athletic. Yeah, she's more athletic. What else? Usman got a got an audio issue. Okay, might be in and out. All right, all right. Let me know if y'all can hear me. All right, make sure y'all can hear me here. All right, I'm testing the audio. I think I. Oh, sounds good over here on my speaker. All right. TJ said Andrade is a tank. Does a tank get stopped in the first round? If not for that, I'd say yeah. Yeah, because Weili, wait if Andrade if Andrade is a tank, then Weili must be a battleship. She must be a battleship because she stopped her in the first round. She said Burns could have won if he didn't lay on the floor like an idiot. Yeah, yeah. Usman, I think the chin. I don't know if his chin is really like suspect. I think that was good timing by Burns. Burns been working with Usman, so he knew the buttons to push. He knew where to touch him, and he knew where to touch him and how to put him on them wobbly legs like that. Like, I've never seen him rock like that before. Even Covington didn't really rock him like that. I think Burns just knew the perfect time and the perfect place to hit him from history. Is Valentina anti-tank? This is my main fight to watch. I can hear you good. Okay. Is Valentina anti-tank? No, I think they both are tanks. I think Valentina's a tank too. She's a very physically strong fighter, very grounded. Valentina Shevchenko. One thing that one thing about her that makes her strong is because she does so many things technically right. She knows how to turn her shots over, and she continues to work and keep her core strong. And the more and more you continue to put your body through those uncomfortable positions, the stronger it gets. That's why she's so strong with those kicks and straight strikes down the pipe. And that's why she can pick people up. That's why Valentina be tossing girls around. Don't forget that Valentina be tossing girls up. Valentina has that athletic burst in her. Ooh, we got some people up in here talking, boy. They said Valentina's getting slumped. Somebody said Valentina's getting slumped. Yeshai Jesse said Valentina with the KO. Mm. Yeshai said he got Weili with that KO. Mm. Boy, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good fight. Ernest said, I keep thinking of when Chandler clapped Hooker in that fashion. Oh man, look, man, it's gonna be a good fight, y'all. I think, man, skills versus thrills, man. Skills versus thrills. That's what I'm calling this fight. What do y'all think, man? Like, do you think it's going to play out to be a clinic on Valentina's side, or do you think that Valentina will get pulled into a dog fight? Does she get pulled into a dog fight? Yeah, man. Mr. Lisa educated violence. Yeah, man. You got to be educated this time. You know, um, like I said, Valentina is already expecting Andrade to come in like a bull. So you got to counter that this time with smarts. You got to pick your times. You got to pick your times to let it go. You got to pick your times to let those rushes, let that rush go, let those hands go. You just can't come in there looking, crazy and uh what's the word I'm looking for? Like an amateur like like you've done in the past. Okay, V Kendra said she thinks it's gonna be in a dog fight. Okay. If it's a dog fight, man, I don't know, man. Let me think. Dog fight. If it goes dog fight, it's 50-50. I think it's whoever lands clean in the dog fight. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Andrade is just violence, but you can't just be violence in this. You got to be that educated fighter in this one, man. B just said Andrade's gonna push Valentina. I want a good fight. I want a good fight. But see, there's so many of these possibilities, like Yeshai is saying right there. I hope I'm saying your name right. Yeshai. I mean, you can put the pronunciation down there or not. I don't want to butcher your name. I can call you Jesse. I'll just call you Jesse. Uh, he said Valentina with a kick to the chin, man. And I see that. I see that playing out. Oh yeah, make sure I hit the thumbs up button too, so my notifications go up too. Notifications guy. Yeah, hit the like button, y'all. Yeah, make sure you hit the like. Hit the thumbs up. Oh, V Kendra said there's no way Valentina will stop Andrade like Weili. I don't think so. Nah, I don't see her stopping her like that. She's not that type of fighter to take that type of approach. And I think it came down to Weili's footwork, the way Weili was positioning herself. Weili knows how to throw off the back foot, and she caught her with some good shots, man. Depends on if Andrade gets to the cage with the low center of gravity and height. It might be hard to dig underhooks and reverse the position. Huh? Do you mean? Oh, do you mean like to pick her up and get the slam on her? I don't know because she got the slam on Caitlin Chikagan and she was tall. I mean, if she can secure that thigh like she does, like if she secures that single leg when she gets into that position, then you will go for that ride, man. But Valentina's gonna have to throw them knees up too. Whenever she goes for that leg, she got to throw that free knee into her face. Yeah, how big is this? Oh, okay, yes, yes, it's all good. Yeah, sorry. Okay, Yishai in Hebrew. Okay, got you. That's yes, Jesse in Hebrew. All right, thank you. Um, a bigger octagon favors Valentina. Yeah, yeah, bigger octagon will favor Valentina. Um, that's what I was wondering. How big is the one in Jacksonville? How big is that? Do you know, BJ? Is this the big octagon or is this like the small one, that phone booth? Like the one in Jacksonville. I mean, yeah, if it's a small one, boy, shoot. Valentina gonna have to be on her angles, boy. She gonna have to be on her angles, and she gonna have to fight in the pocket. 30 foot. Okay. Ooh, 30 foot. Yeah, she gonna need a bigger octagon though. Jesse said Weili is gonna examine Rose one round and go for the kill, at least what I think. Um, I think she'll slowly break her down. We'll talk about that in a minute. Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that fight in a minute. I'm just trying to get through some Valentina and Jessica Andrade talk. I mean it'll be difficult for Val to dig underhooks. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I got you. Val. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for Valentina to dig underhooks. Yeah, especially with the way Andrade moves. You know what I mean? Like the way Andrade is constantly moving, and she's putting that head in your face, like, and she's throwing elbows and forearms. Like Andrade is just a monster, even on the ground. Like she's a street fighter. When she gets in there, she's letting everything go, man. Yeah, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, the octagon is smaller. Yeah, man. Everybody go for that ride, boy. Everybody's going for that ride. Whether you win or lose, she will take you on a tour, man. She will pick you up. Yeah, Mr. Lee. I'm gonna do it for the title fights. I mean, I might come on a little bit earlier, but yeah, I'll do a little fight companion. I'll probably come in. Oh, Lolita says she's working. Dang, man, you working and you don't want to ask for it too. So, mm, better take a day off or something. You ask for it and you got to work. Dang, that sucks. That sucks. Yep, yep. She's calculated, very calculated. Yeah. I'm gonna do the three title fights, Lolita. Yeah, I'm gonna do all three of them. I mean, like, I'll probably come in on like Anthony Smith or whatever, or Uriah Hall's fight, just to get set up. But I'm gonna do all three of the title fights. So. B. Kendra said it looked very strange if Valentina was slaying. What y'all think about? You think Valentina? What? Let me ask y'all this: did y'all think Valentina was a little bit salty when they were playing that Nunez stuff? You remember they were playing those clips, and I don't know if y'all saw the embedded where Valentina was watching them when she was watching that rematch, and she was watching that Amanda Nunez rematch. I don't know why they did that anyway, man. They shouldn't have played that fight. Like, we talking about Jessica Andrade. Like, don't try to stir up Amanda Nunez stuff now, because it made it made Valentina look salty right there, man. I was like, she kind of like waved the camera off. She was like, she was like, I don't want nothing to do with Amanda Nunes. I mean, it was what it was, though, man. Like I said, you gotta. That was the one time I said Valentina had to level up, man. You gotta level up in that fight, and you gotta go for it. And she didn't get the rematch, so hey, what can you do? But she was looking a little bit. She was looking a little bit like they're trying to make her look like she was salty towards Amanda Nunes, man. And it looked like she don't want to see her as the number one pound for pound. But I was like, oh, you can't get mad. It wasn't a robbery. It was a close fight. I might, I'll go back and do a live round by round on that. We'll watch it again. I have Amanda Nunes winning both fights. I got, I got mad at Valentina because she didn't step up and do anything. She was too cautious. I was like, you're gonna lose this fight because this is a championship fight. If you don't do anything, or if you don't do anything to make it look like you won it, then the champion keeps her belt. You know, that's one of those times you got to scream at the corner. You got to scream at your fighter in the corner because you got to step out of the box. You got to change gears. The cautious fight, the cautious fighting is not going to win you a fight. I say that with Bernard Hopkins all the time. Cautious boxer sometimes where he won't let his damn hands go. One of the greatest fighters of all time, but that's why he lost a couple fights because he wouldn't let the hands go. Valentina Shevchenko played it too safe in that fight. Let something go to win these rounds. But that's another story. That's another story. That's another story though. I was just it just kind of irked me because I was like, why are they even putting this segment in here when it's about Valentina? It kind of makes them seem like they're trying to build up a rubber match, and I don't want to see a rubber match between Nunes and Valentina at this point. B. Kendra said fans are still salty talking about robbery. Yeah, I mean the comment section was flooded. They were like, Valentina won, she won, she won. To be said, probably being funny. Probably, man. Yeah, probably. He just said Valentina a hater. Lily very annoying. Yeah. TJ said her silly fans keep saying she won the rematch, but she was in with the champ and certainly didn't win enough close decisive. Yeah, you gotta be decisive to be the champion, man. Like that's not right if they give you the belt when you didn't really do enough. That's not right, man. But it was funny. It was funny, man. It was just funny, man, because I was like, why are they even putting this segment in here? But I was kind of reading Valentina. I was like, dang, Valentina do look a little bit salty right there. I was like, you might as well bow down and give it to her. She retained her title, man. So if you want it, hey, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you gotta wait till she retire. Genesis, what's going on? Genesis laughing. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I would say the same thing if Nunez was in that position and she was being salty about it. But yeah, before we jump to this Weili and Rose talk, man, I think yeah, I think like I said, I'm not changing my pick at all. Valentina will win this fight. I think she will win it by stoppage. Mary Thomas, what's up? I will win. I will say she'll win this fight by stoppage, but it's not going to be easy. It's not a fight where I can say she'll do it in easy fashion because she's going to have to be alert the whole fight. You got to be alert the whole fight when you fight somebody like Jessica Andrade. You might say she don't have a jab. You might say she's uneducated with her approach. You might say she's just one dimensional. But let her one dimensional behind get her hands on you, and you will get slept by a one dimensional fighter. Just ask Rose. Just ask Carolina. Any of those fighters that had this skill set that was better than Jessica Andrade, the one thing that cost them the fight, what was it? Focus. You know, that's the one thing that cost them the fight is focus. Like one dimensional. Oh, okay. Boom, you out. Two beats. That's the problem. The 10-point must system that would eliminate all the dispute. Yeah. V. Kendra said, I would be mad if the belt changed hands like that. That would be unfair. Yeah, you don't need to do that. You know. Mm-mm. If I'm not mistaken, I think you picked Rose to win in the very beginning. Did you change your perspective? Nope. I never made a pick. Mary Tom. I never made a pick. That's why everybody was bugging me about it. Robert Henry was bugging me because I waited till fight week to drop my prediction. I never picked Rose. Nope. Yeah, I ain't never I was watching so many fights, since February over and over and over again. And I kept thinking to myself, like, I like Rose's style now. I like some of the things that Rose does, and I think she does some things better than Weili. But as an overall fighter and how tough they are, I could not see any reason to pick Rose. I just didn't want to tell nobody that from the jump. But nah, I never picked Rose to win this fight. I picked her to beat Jessica Andrade both times. I picked her to beat Jessica Andrade the first fight. I thought she was going to stop Jessica in that fight. I thought she was going to come back and do her homework and beat Andrade convincingly in the rematch. But nah, not this fight. Not at all. Because TJ was trying to take bets with me. I was like, nah, I ain't taking no bets, man, because I ain't picking Rose. That's what I was saying straight up in my mind. I was like, even at the time when he was talking about taking bets, I was like, I ain't taking no bet because I ain't picking Rose. Yeah, Weili got dog in her, man. Yeah. That it's gonna be a mixture, a little bit of everything. That dog, that strength, and that inside fight game. But yeah, let's talk Weili Rose now, y'all. What was it? What should we talk about? Weili Rose. Um, let's see, Weili Rose. Where do we start with this fight? Like I said, I ain't talking no more politics. I ain't talking no more politics about the fight. So we ain't talking about what Rose said because I'm not judging off that anymore. I'm just doing the fight. Let's see. Let's talk about the documentary where was it the interviewer? I think it was the interviewer was it embedded. Rose was talking about the style of Weili. She was saying that Weili is like a concoction of all these fighters she fought. What do y'all think about that? She said she was like quick and in and out like Tisha Torres. She was kind of strong like Jessica Andrade. Um, her striking was similar to Joanna. She threw another name in there too, I think. I think she did. But yeah, yeah. She said that Weili was like a mixture of all these fighters. I mean, what do y'all think? I never thought of that. I never really thought of that before. I never really thought like, okay, she's like this fighter, she's like that fighter. I mean, if you did want to compare her to Jessica Andrade, I'd be like, I don't see it. I mean, she's a bit smarter than Jessica Andrade with her approach, and she's a little bit more uh well-rounded, you know. But I never noticed that. I mean, Rose been in there with everybody, so yeah, she could say that, right? She can say that if she wants. I just think that a mixture of all those fighters, that's more so of a nightmare for her. You know, that's gonna be more so of a nightmare for her. Because to me, I still feel like Tisha Torres beat her both times. Jessica Andrade, of course, beat her once and almost beat her in the second fight. You know, Joanna did have her moments in the rematch. So out of those 5 fights, if you put that mixture together and make Weili, that's a nightmare for Rose because all of those fighters with physical strength really put it on Rose. You know what I mean? All 5 of those fights, if you put a mixture of that type of fighter together, it's almost like, yeah, like that type of fighter would be built to beat a fighter like Rose, who's just a very, very good striker and good ground fighter as well, but not really built for the clinch, not built for the wrestling, or not even built for the intensity, you know. And then the focus. Think of the focus. Like Weili's focus is through the roof. Weili's focus is through the roof compared to hers, man. Let me check comment section real quick. She knows how to compare fighters' movements closely. Yeah, yeah. She had a good assessment. Yeah, okay. She thinks she's kind of right. All right, all right. Mary Thomas said she said her ground game is similar to Andrade with the side control, not the striking. Oh no, I said Joanna. No, she said. Didn't she say Joanna? She said the striking was like. I said the striking was like Joanna, and that's what I probably meant in the power. I thought she meant the power was like Andrade. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. The ground game, boy. Yeah, I hope they're working on that. Yeah, because you know that side control I talked about. Weili is very powerful in that side control, man. Like when she's letting that ground and pound go, man. Okay, yeah. The speed, like the in and out, like I said, the speed and in and out is like Tisha Torres. I guess she was talking about the striking too. Then, yeah, because the footwork, the way she moves in and out, yeah, it's very similar. Right, right, right. What in the world is Rose's ground game like? Andrade's. In what world is Rose's ground game like Andrade's? Oh, I don't think it is. You know, what is Rose? A brown belt? Rose is a brown belt, right? I think they have different ground games. I think you know, when it comes to the ground, Andrade is a bit more, you know, definitely hell of a lot more forceful and you know, stronger and more active. But Rose, she's a little bit slippery and a lot more flexible the way she uses her body. You know, she's able to maneuver her legs and get the triangle around the body and slide around to get your back and get that rear naked choke that she likes to do. You know, and you know, use those triangles to get the arm bar. Let's see. I think Rose got a lot of soft touches coming up. DJ boy, DJ be tell you what's on his mind. I mean, hey, we can analyze. I mean, I won't say soft touches, but yeah, I won't say soft touches, but they weren't the biggest challenges. Like she never did fight Claudia Gadelia, and when she did fight Carolina, she lost. Like you know, I won't say we think about Joanna's title run, like she didn't fight the toughest competition either, you know. Let's see, strike to beat 9 for 10. Look at Rose's resume and look at the people she didn't fight. Competition looks very. I know, yeah, because she didn't fight your girl, TJ. She didn't fight your girl, Claudia, and I think that would have been a very competitive fight. Let's see. I was just going through some comments. Marcus said, "Let's hope that we all don't look crazy if Weili loses." He said we don't look crazy. Hey, we won't look crazy. I'm not gonna look crazy. Shoot. And I'm just picking. I'm just going by what I see here, man. I like how Marcus said it. That's just funny. Oh man. There, Mary Thomas said Rose was supposed to fight Claudia Gadelha at the time JJ was champion. Yeah, that would have been a good fight too. Jesse said Rose has no power compared to Weili. Oh, Stamina, what's going on? Stamina said nobody anywhere on earth can handpick their opponents, TJ. Not that you need to be told that. Well, so that goes true for some fighters. Yeah, like Claudia, like they're not handpicking. That doesn't matter. I think you can be moved a certain way. Ioana had soft title touches too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was consistent though. That's what I like about her championship run. Yeah, Stamina came in straight, boy. Yeah, Marcus, I'm just yeah, Marcus, I'm just breaking the fight down. I'm giving you my play. I'm give, I ain't bet. Look, Marcus, I ain't betting no money. I ain't bucking for nobody. Like look, I ain't betting no money, and I ain't bashing nobody. I ain't burning Rose down. I'm not saying Zang Gang. I'm not saying any of that stuff. I'm just picking Zhang to win off of what I seen. That's all. You know, Mark. You know me. Yeah, man. I'm not picking it like that. You know, that's just my call, bro. That's all it is. Jesse said Weili is mentally in her zone, something I don't think Rose is in control of 100%. Yeah, that's something I talked about in my breakdown, Jesse. Well, check out my breakdown if you ain't seen it, Jesse. I was talking about focus with Rose. Like Rose is like outstanding for 1 or 2 rounds, man. She's outstanding for 1 or 2 rounds. You know, the footwork is beautiful. The you know the striking is beautiful. The angles are beautiful. You know, those kicks to the face are beautiful. But then all of a sudden, like by the third round, she's getting hit a few times, and you can kind of see it in her face. Like she starts a little huffing and puffing, and she starts to slow down. It's like she's going through the motions. Like look at the rematch with Joanna. Like she was winning, some comfortably a little bit. She had some good moments in that fight where she could have just stuck to the same thing and beat Joanna easy. But there were some times where she was just letting Joanna hit her with the leg kick, hit her with the leg kick, hit her with the jab. She started getting hit with some big shots in there from Joanna. And that's why the eye started swelling up, because like she started kind of dropping, losing focus. No, 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 for sure. Yeah, yeah, for sure, TJ. Yeah. I understand. Yeah, yeah. You got to re-examine resumes. That's why I said, like, why you think when I watched Tisha Torres's Rose rematch, I looked at it closely and I was like, yo, Rose lost this fight. Rose lost this fight. You know what I mean? And that kind of lets you know that this little physically strong fit one of these little physically strong specimens like Tisha Torres had something that could really throw a wrench in the style of Rose Namajunas, if that makes sense. Like you could already kind of see that there's some little keys in there with certain type of fighters where they can really offset Rose. So yeah, I'll go back and re-examine these things, man. TJ Stamina said, but that's not what you said. The UFC doesn't possess a single hand with which to pick opponents. More so, they pick opponents for everyone, everywhere. Fighters can only do what they're allowed to do. I know what stamina means now. I know what stamina means. Like nobody in the fight game can say, I want to fight this person. I want to fight that person. The matchmakers, it's up to the matchmakers if they want to hype you up a certain way, and they'll pick certain opponents for you. You know, Like whether it be Macy Barber. If they want to make Macy Barber look good, it's not up to Macy Barber. Macy Barber's not cherry picking. No, they might give her a cherry. They're doing what they think the fan. They're doing what you're saying, TJ, but it's not the actual fighter. Like Rose is not picking these fights. They're picking the certain fights to make Rose look better. Just like you see in boxing. You know, it's the machine still picking these fighters. They're just in there saying, okay, we got to make this person look good because there are money fighters. So we'll handpick for them. I mean, in boxing, boxers do cherry pick a little bit more because they're in control of their careers. But you know, these fighters, they have a machine behind them that sees the look, they see the hype behind them. Like if they brought Paige back, they would put her in there with the softest touches over and over and over and over again. And then people would get mad at her thinking she's cherry picking. No, she's just riding the wave. Mary said, I told Coach Long a time ago after she beat Michelle Waterson that if she faced Andrade or Claudia, she would struggle at some point in the fight. It seemed like how I called it, Rose got clapped. Yeah, because, you know, Michelle Waterson is here. Michelle Waterson is that third tier. When you go into Claudia back in like 2016, 2015, and Jessica Andrade at any time period. Oh man, those are like high level, man. That's next level. The UFC handpicks opponents for favorite fighters. We know this, correct? And I'm saying I believe they intentionally have Rose passes to build her up. Right. Yeah. Yeah. If you're talking to stamina, yeah. That's exactly what I was saying too. Yeah. Like she's not picking them, but they're picking her. They're picking. D. Kendra said Weili kind of had soft touches to the title shot. So I think the UFC was pushing Weili, but it's all good. Let's see. Danielle Taylor. Danielle Taylor gave her a good fight. Tisha Torres was a legit opponent, in my opinion. Jessica Aguilar, okay, I could argue that. Jessica Aguilar is a little soft. Uh, Tisha was good. Let's see. Yeah, they were pushing this, so they gave her those opponents. But I'd say Tisha and Danielle Taylor, they gave her some good. They gave her some good moments. It wasn't definitely like a hard road. Like they didn't give her right off top. They didn't give her Carla or Claudia or Marina Rodriguez. You know, hell, they didn't even give her Randa. So yeah, but you know what? She got him out of there, and she looked good though compared to Rose's path. Like she looked better. It only took her one fight to beat Tisha Torres. Yeah. So yeah, Jesse said I got Rose with Frankenstein forehead after the fight like Joanna. Dang. Jesse said, damn. He said Joanna's dome piece, boy. Damn. No, please. What's going on? He said UFC pushing Jan more than anything. Yeah, they're probably going to get Jan in there if she beats Claudia, which Carla Esparza. If she beats Carla Esparza, yeah, I can see that fight happening next. But yeah, let's go back here. Yeah, Weili, we can say Weili's kind of I guess yeah, it's safe to say Weili does have a lot of what Rose has seen before. Because yeah, she was in there, you know, and she can honestly speak that. You know, speak that as a truth because you know she has been in there with all of these opponents before. So she should be used to, you know, whatever Weili brings. But she got to remember, like, you're going to be seeing everything. You know, you're going to be seeing, it's almost like you fighting all them fighters in there. You're going to be fighting Tisha, Jessica Andrade, Joanna, all of them fighters at one time. That means she's just going to be switching levels. That tells you how well-rounded Weili is going into this fight, you know? And my thing is, has Rose Namajunas prepared for a 5-round fight? Because Rose is going to have to be in a very, very focused mindset where she's never been before to fight somebody like Weili. You know, a perfect fight from the outside. You know, that's my main key to victory for her. Stay on the outside. You know, just stay on the outside in this fight and continue to move and fight 5 rounds and either hope you can catch her with something big or just slowly chip away at her and dominate for 5 rounds. But, you know, even Joanna couldn't do that. You know, Joanna has the physical strength more than Rose, but even her, she couldn't even get out of the way of getting hit. You know, she took big left hooks, she took right hands, and she's fast. I know she has different footwork than Rose, but Weili is going to connect on Rose. So that's another question. Like, how well do you think she'll react to one of these right hands or left hooks from Weili? You know, will she be able to recover fast enough to go back on to her back foot or to, you know, try to slide a takedown in and then run the safety? Like, does Rose have that in her in this fight? Can she recover from this stuff, you know? Lolia said, no way. Jesse said, facts. She ain't ready. Rose Among ready for this title fight. Rose doesn't have the endurance. Yeah, that's the important part of this fight. Like, when you compare her to Joanna and how Joanna tried to stay on the back foot and just counter all day, you know, Joanna wanted to stay on the counter, on the back foot and counter and throw those leg kicks and jabs. Shoot, she tried, but she got drawn into a firefight because Weili is that fast. You know, Weili starts timing you. She chops your leg down and then boom, she catches you with the straight right hand. And I think, let's be honest, man, I think that the right hands that Joanna took to that forehead, they'll probably put Rose out, man. I don't think she's built to take that many shots to the head like that, man. I mean, you go back and look at that right hand she took from Jessica Andrade in that 3rd round. I thought the fight was over, man. I thought it was over. No one mentions Valentina having a title in Kunlun, so I think it's a good organization to come up in. Oh yeah. She has a lot of titles. Yeah, like, you know, she's had boxing titles, you know, Muay Thai titles. She's been around. Yeah, Valentina has a little bit of everything. Yeah, the endurance is important here in this fight, man. It's very important in this fight. I just hope nobody tests positive in this arena, man. 15,000 people, man. Shoot. Weili might get dropped in the 1st round. Possible. That's possible, Ernest. Like, you know, I'm opening my mind to, you know, the great counterpunching of Rose Namajunas. You know, the accuracy of Rose Namajunas. Very accurate puncher, you know. Accurate shots will lead to knockdowns. And if she catches it, she could drop her in the 1st round. But I think she'll get back up. You know, I could see her getting buckled, but I could see her getting back up in this fight. Like, Rose is not going to knock her out cold, no. To get the leverage to knock her out cold, she's going to have to back her up and time her how she did Joanna. You know, Joanna wanted that type of fight. You know, Joanna wanted like a measured, rangy fight because that's how she gets her shots off. You know, Joanna's going to fight a similar fight to Rose, you know, at a range where she can extend and be comfortable. So Joanna gave Rose that space. She continued to walk forward, leaping left hook, boom, knocks her down, drops her, right? But I think Rose is gonna put her in a different you know, I mean, Weili's gonna put her in a different realm. You know, she's gonna put her on the back foot where she can't put her whole body behind the shot. You know, it's important that Weili stays on the pressure on the offense here because you don't want to put Rose on the offense. Rose gonna sit down on the shots. You know, she'll sit down on them. Gotta get her, man. That's the only way. Rose bad in the clinch. Weili's gonna beat up the core, knees and body punches coming out the clinch. Yeah, she's gonna be landing some forearms, man. Like forearms, elbows. I think hold on here. Weili doesn't run. Weili doesn't run in the head first like Andrade. I would be surprised, but anything can happen. Yeah, she don't run in head first. No. 2B said, has Rose been severely hurt in the stand up before? Oh yeah, Rose. Who hurt her in stand up? What's her name? Jessica Andrade. Yeah, why am I forgetting that? Jessica Andrade's hurt her. Yeah, she's been hurt in stand up. Jessica Andrade's hurt her, and Carla hurt. I think Carla Esparza hurt her on the feet when they fought for the strawweight title like 7 years ago. Carla Esparza, she she stopped Rose, and I can't remember if she hurt her on the feet and then took her out on the ground or what, but I know Jessica Andrade's hurt her. You know, she was fighting Jessica in the phone booth, and yeah, she hurt her there. Yeah, that was stand up. All right. Joanna said Weili doesn't hit as hard as people think. Lola and Yo-Yo said Weili doesn't hit as hard as people think. She's strong as hell though. You know, she's strong though. She hits hard enough. Let's put it that way. She put harder. She hit hard enough to put her head on swole. Let's put it that way. I think because she hit harder, she probably would have knocked Joanna out, right? But yeah, she hit hard enough to do some damage and do some plastic surgery on her face. So yeah. Power, it's not everything, but just enough will do damage. Let's see. To be said, hold on. TJ said, I just don't see it. I think the only way the UFC can keep Rose relevant if she wins the fight. Yeah, I think she got to win this fight, man. She got to win this fight now, especially with everything that she said. Maybe there's a chance then, because if Andrade's aggressive forward pressure can clip Rose, then Weili's pressure can potentially do it. Yeah, I think so. Because she will touch her. Let's be honest, she will touch her in this fight. She will touch her with something. She's gonna have to fight in the pocket sometime, and there's gonna be an exchange, and she's just gonna have to hope for the best in there. Rose. Just as I can't see Weili giving up a title that easy, to be honest. She's gonna be well prepared through her camp. She's been training all day, every day. Yeah. V. Kendra said, I mentioned Kunlun because everyone mentions Rose being in the UFC longer, but I think some of Rose's competition would lose in that organization. Oh yeah. Yeah, like there's another organization I was thinking of. That some of these fighters, in the UFC, they skip some steps, so they would lose to some of these organizations. He said you could look at her face to decipher if she was lying or not. Yeah, she hits hard enough, man. I want to know why nobody thinks this fight will take place on the ground. Both mentioned their plan is on the ground. I think that it probably will go to the ground, but nobody's just. I think it's gonna come down to a takedown. Like Rose is gonna have to be looking for a takedown and say I'm going to the ground. But right off top, Rose is not gonna want to go to the ground with a fresh Weili. She's not gonna want to just open the first couple rounds. She will try her striking. She will try to build a lead just by outboxing and outstriking Weili. Like I don't see her going straight to the ground. Because if she does, she goes straight to the ground. Let's say she gets on the bottom, gets Weili in let's say if Weili gets caught in the guard, like she's in her guard, I'm sure she's probably going to try to go for an armbar. But I don't see that playing out the way Weili has that. She has that pressure even on the ground and that physical strength even on the ground. King of Squids. Look at Joanna's face. Yeah. Team stand will see a totally different Weili. I hope that's for the better. because I don't really think she has to change too much going into this Rose fight. Oh, just like I said, win. That's because your record mindset determination. Okay, okay. Can't assume you get the decision if you're the champ. Judges aren't required to decide in your favor. Yeah, judges. I mean, really, that has me nervous for Usman. He better not stand with Masvidal. He better continue to foot stomp. Right? Yeah, like he's gonna have to fight Masvidal in the clinch and take this fight to the ground. You know what I mean? Just make it a wrestling clinic, make it a pressure clinch clinic like he did last time around. You don't want to really try to strike with Masvidal, especially when Masvidal is saying this is his, full training camp. Yeah, man, that Lupe Benitez robbery, man, I was like, what are they doing, man? Jessica Penne didn't do enough to win that fight. I was like, Jessica Penne did not do enough to win that fight, man. And they gave that fight to Jessica Penne. I was like, come on. I felt like Lupe did enough to win that. Yeah. Wait, yeah, man. Like, I just don't see it, man. I mean, how many of y'all feel that way? Like, whether you think it's going to be submission or knockout, either way, I don't see Weili Rose going. I don't see Weili Rose going 5 rounds, no matter who wins. I don't see this fight going 5 rounds, no matter who wins. I just don't, man. I really don't see this going 5 rounds, man. Because whether you think it's Rose's focus to last 5 rounds, or you say that Weili gets reckless at a point and gets caught with in a submission attempt, all those possibilities that come into play. Everybody's trying to go for broke in this fight, so I really don't see this fight going 5 rounds, man. I I think Shevchenko Andrade goes 5 rounds before Weili Rose does, because I just kind of favor in that I just favor that strength of Weili. Well, I won't say favor. I factor the strength of Weili in this fight with the lack of focus from Rose all the time. That's why when you factor those two things in, you got to say somebody might get stopped in this fight. I factor that in, and I factor Rose's ground game in with Weili's possible recklessness at times. So somebody will get submitted or stopped. That's all I can say, man. You said I think there's a high possibility for it to go 5 rounds. I think the only way that the Joanna fight went 5 rounds, the only reason the Joanna fight went 5 rounds is because Joanna's not a hard hitter like that, and she wasn't on the attack to pressure and clinch fight with Rose Namajunas. That's why that fight went 5 rounds. You know, um, there was more range fighting in there. There was never no straight up dog, no straight up dog action from Joanna in that fight with Rose. It was just high paced Muay Thai and kickboxing at a range where she could never really drive Rose into the cage and just beat her up and wear her down like that. That's why that fight went 5 rounds. But this one, there's just too much of the dog element in this fight. Cause yeah, I know like everybody says the Andrade fight. Anytime Andrade and Rose fight, let's say if they fought for a title fight every time, that fight would never go 5 rounds. They would never go 5 rounds because there's that dog element there. Francisco said Weili will take the fight to the ground by the fourth. By the fourth, Rose will be tired. Rose will get hurt. by 4. Once on the ground, Weili will cause a stoppage. Yeah, that's kind of how I see things playing out myself, man. TJ said I want an Andrade-like performance first round. I want to see a good technical performance from Weili. Like I want her to see her. I want her to show her levels where she can just like go in there and make herself look more of a multi-dimensional fighter, dealing with a challenging fighter like Rose. You know that has some very tricky striking, very tricky footwork. I want to see her have to go in there and um, show a little something. And he said he want her to blast her out in 1 round. TJ said, of course, lots of people want Rose to win since it'll free all the people around the world. Man. B. Kendra said, Joanna gets hit more than Rose. Yeah, Joanna does get hit more than Rose. That's because she's, you know, her defense, she doesn't have the same type of defense or the same type of footwork. And like you say, the elusiveness, she doesn't have that. Well, she definitely has the chin for that. You know, she knows she has the chin for it. That's why she's willing to take them shots. Like Rose, it could be two things. It could be because she likes to be, you know, an artist with hers, or because she can't take a punch. You know, that's why some people turn into boxers instead of punchers in the ring or the octagon, because they know that they're not built to take them shots, you know, which I prefer hit and not get hit. But some fighters, they don't want to get hit at all because they know they'll get clipped. If they get clipped, they'll get put to sleep. That's why I'd say, you know, when Joanna went at Weili, she was willing to, you know, go tit for tat at times because she was built for that. Rose, not so much. I don't see Andrade versus Valentina going the distance. The more I think about it, Andrade will force a finish by herself for Valentina. I yeah, I'm picking the fight to go by stoppage, but I mean, if I had to pick like which fight would go the distance, I think that Valentina versus Andrade would go the distance before this fight does. Or I don't know. Let me think carefully about that. It kind of depends. Like who, how quick will Rose get on the bike to get away from those attacks, and will Weili land anything clean? See, Jessica Andrade keeps coming. She always leaves herself open. That's a thought. I was just thinking of it. I'm just trying to think. Rose needs better defense because her trend isn't strong. Yeah, like her footwork is like her best defense right now. You know, her footwork keeps her safe for as many rounds as she keeps going. All right. All I'm saying is I could see this fight going to the judges. Rose could have extra motivation, like she's fighting for freedom. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking about that fighting for freedom thing. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, I think she just put more weight on her shoulders with that fighting for freedom thing. You know, the stronger the I was looking at some of these leg kicks that some of these fighters land on Rose too. They move Rose. Like these girls that throw powerful kicks like Andrade, Tisha Torres, those girls that threw hard leg kicks, they move Rose with these kicks now. Like they buckle her body. So if Weili targets that leg, you know, right behind the knee, you'll get a reaction from her. She reacts. So the earlier Weili starts with her leg kick, you might see some interesting stuff happen there. You're gonna see some interesting stuff because when Rose gets touched by that behind the knee, you know, when they smack that calf real hard, she moves. You know, her whole body moves. And that's why I was saying like she doesn't have the same type of she doesn't have that same type of strength like the Tisha Torres, like the Joannas, because Joanna being that Muay Thai fighter, somebody was talking about that with me in the chat once. I think somewhere they was talking about how Muay Thai fighters, they put their bodies through punishment. The legs, the bodies constantly being hit. They're getting hit with reps. They're always doing some type of uh workouts to they're always doing some type of workouts to really build up the durability of their body. And I don't think that Rose really has put herself through that type of punishment before, like the way Joanna has. That's why when you see her get hit with these leg kicks, she gets moved, man. Like they move her with these kicks because that's how strong some of these ladies kick. And that might be how to show you how weak Rose can be when it comes to this type of fight. Yeah, man. But let me see. There's no more other women fights on this card. This is it. There's only two main fights, and that's like they said that's all they needed as far as WMMA in this fight. The two main fights, that's it. These two main fights, that's it. Where they got the women fighting, and they got the champions fighting. They got the biggest fight, so they said no more women on the card. Right. Wait. Oh yeah. Everybody thinks that the Rose will take the first two rounds. I think the first two rounds will demonstrate Weili's speed and power. The first will be even. Second will start to lean toward Weili. I just don't think Rose has the power to hurt Weili quickly. It would be an accumulation of damage by which Rose would have long been beaten unconscious. Damn. Wow. Did Rose fighting style change? I think she's way more boxer heavy like Connor. Connor used to be more karate like. Rose barely throws kicks anymore. She still throws some kicks, but yeah, she's become more boxer heavy, I think. Yeah, like she'll still throw out some front kicks here and there. Like, she has that black belt in what? She have black belt in like what degree of black belt she have? Black belt in karate, black belt in like taekwondo or something, or kickboxing. And she does throw out some leg kicks here and there, but yeah, she's become a little bit more boxer heavy. That's why her legs have been more of a target. Yeah, it is, man. It's just gonna be exciting for women's MMA anyway. Whaley's gonna start targeting that soft midsection. Watch. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, yeah. She's gonna have to start with the body to get that girl to be mobile. If you want to get Rose to be mobile, you gotta start with the body. Same thing for Rose. Rose gonna have to target front kicks to the body to slow her down. Switch levels. With her jab to the head and to the body. But yeah, I can see Weili doing that. I haven't had butterflies like this since that's forever, man. Hearns versus Hagler. I had the butterflies for Tyson Holyfield, both of them. Tyson Holyfield gave me butterflies. What else? What was the other fight? Roy Jones Tarver, the rematch. Yeah, that did. Yeah, there's been a few fights. Yeah, since then. Bird legs. Damn. No, there is another women's fight on the card. Oh, there is? There's three? Oh. Oh, yeah, somebody told me the other day the fight that was added. I can't remember. I was like, it's a Japanese fighter and a Brazilian fighter. I think they're newcomers, right? I think they added some two newcomers to the card. All right, hold on. Let's pull it up here. If Andrade somehow pulls the upset, do you think Valentina will get the immediate rematch? It all depends on what. I think it all kind of depends No. I was thinking, who was I thinking? I was thinking something else. No, yeah, I think Andrade would give Valentina would get the immediate rematch. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I think Valentina would get the immediate rematch. Yeah, it would depend if she wants it right away. Let's put it that way. Like if her confidence wasn't hurt in any type of way, and she was like, I'm ready to do this, she'll get it. You know, she's a long reigning champion, so she'll get it. There's no reason for her to have to start from the bottom. She deserves it. You know, like if she was to lose, yeah, there's one other fight. Leon, yeah, I was talking about this the other day. Leon Na and Ariane Carnolosi. Yeah, yeah, that's the other fight. It's the very first fight on the prelims. So it's a big gap in between, early prelims and the main card. The only person that could beat Weili versus is Valentina if they eventually fight. Both have the same discipline. I'm not ready to see Weili fight Valentina yet. If she does beat Rose Namajunas, then I want to see her get a couple more wins. Like I want to see her go in there and clean out the strawweight division. I want to see her fight uh Joanna again. I do want to see her fight. I like to see her fight Mackenzie Dern. I know people are going to say Mackenzie's not ready, but I would like to see that matchup for some reason. Like they're building Mackenzie Dern up, so Weili deserves like a spotlight fight where she beats up a hype fighter. I like where Mackenzie Dern is going right now. I like the directions he's going, but it seems like they might push her in there early, man. Mackenzie might be in there. She might be in the next fight. Who knows? I know Carla Esparza and Jan Zaunan is lined up to fight for the title, but you never know, man. Yeah, that's a definite rematch, man. That's an immediate rematch. You definitely deserve an immediate rematch when you've done everything that Valentina's done. You're number 2 pound for pound in the world. Number 2 pound for pound fighter in the world deserves immediate rematch. Connor will get it. DC he'll get it. Manny Pacquiao he'll get it. So yeah, pound for pound fighters they definitely deserve it. Stamina says not. There's literally not one compelling fight for Weili. Countless. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Like I'll be ready for her at flyweight when she grows into it and she's done enough. When we see her get at least like Izzy type numbers, if she gets Izzy type of numbers and title defenses or Joanna, then we'll talk flyweight. You know, there's really not a compelling fight for Weili. That's true. There's not. Like Weili versus Mackenzie Dern to me sounds better. Like I said, call me crazy. That sound. Weili versus Carla Esparza in the Jan Zana winner sounds better. Uh, Weili versus Joanna in the rematch sounds better. There's a lot of work to do, man. There's still too much work to do in this strawweight division, man. Whenever she blows, when she blows through like 5, 6 title defenses, she gets like rid of part of the top 10, or she's faced at least like 75% of the top 10, then we'll talk 125. Man, that's the thing. Understand fight business better, but business, it could be better business to wait. That's what I'm saying. Like, it would be better business to wait. I mean, that fight, Weili versus Valentina, all it holds is talk. It doesn't really hold any like actual history, like as far as a good backstory. Like like this fight was destined to be. It's not destined to be yet. This fight would do so much better if Weili was like like you knew she was like a force in the strawweight division for sure. Like if she blows out and defends her belt like 4 or 5 times, yeah, you know that fight. Weili versus Shevchenko is not a fight. It's not even, to me. It's not even a money fight right now. It's not a money fight, and it's not even a, yeah. It's partly a legacy fight. I mean, for Weili, if she wins, it's a legacy fight. But for Valentina, come on, Valentina, she deserves bigger fights than that. You know, she's already fought to the level of Nunes and fights like that. Like, here we go again, TJ. GDR fight makes more sense for Valentina. I'm bringing it up again. GDR and Valentina fight makes more sense than Weili to me. You know, what are people going to say? Oh, you beat Weili. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's been on a long 22 fight win streak, but what has she really done in the strawweight division? Not much yet. You know, she's defended her belt once against Joanna. A year later, beat Rose, who some people might question as far as her mental health and whatever. And then just 2 title defenses, and you fight Valentina. Come on now, 2 title defenses. You ready to fight the #2 pound for pound fighter in the world? No, no way, man. I mean, yeah, I have to watch it because that's what they made business wise. Everybody's gonna watch it because we're fans of WMMA. But if I had a choice, I would say no. I'd say no. Whaley's not moving up to 125 yet. Come on, Whaley's not ready. Weili is not ready. Y'all trying to get somebody killed. Y'all trying to destroy somebody's career. I'm like, yeah, I'm 100% about this. I'm not 50-50. I'm not in the 85, 95% sure. I'm like 100% not wanting this fight. I do not want this fight. I don't want Weili versus Valentina. That fight makes no sense. All it makes is dollars for the businessmen, but it doesn't make sense for the fighters. It will not cement anything for Valentina if she was to take this fight because, like I said, she's already fought to a higher level. She needs to fight people on her level or higher. That's 2 different fights. That's 2 different fights, B. Kendra. Izzy didn't get destroyed because Jan was kept respectful because of the skill set. And Izzy didn't take crazy chances in there because he respectful of the power and the size. So that neutralized him. But Weili never fought at 125, and she's going into there for a first fight against the best fighter in the world. The girl with 5 title defenses if she wins. But we gonna talk about this now because I'm like, yo, no, no, no. She ain't ready for this. I'll break it down. Weili, okay, Weili is ready for, let's say they both win their fights. Weili is ready for the #2 pound for pound fighter in the world who just destroyed Jessica Andrade, made her 5th title defense, gave Amanda Nunes hell, the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world, while Weili on this side just made 2 title defenses with a year gap in between. Very close fight with Joanna, and the competition leading up to the strawweight title wasn't the best. How does that sound? What does that do for Valentina? What does that do for Valentina, though? That win doesn't do anything for Valentina. It's just super fight as far as money because they talked it up. But when you break it down, I'm not going to put this as a notch on Valentina's belt like, oh, yeah, this pushes her up to #1. She's not ready for that fight. She's not ready for a flyweight move up. Okay, she fought at 132, but not at, not the level of competition at 125. She's not fighting at the level of competition at 125 right now. So that's not a good fight for her. I mean, if she moves up and loses and go back to 120, 115, yeah, pull a Izzy, do that, but don't stay up there. I mean, if you want to go ahead and wreck your chances of a better legacy fight with Valentina, then hey, well, go ahead and do it. I mean, it seems like that's what they're going for. I mean, I don't see it. I don't see her winning. Weili is more ready than Priscilla, I, and Chikagan. Hmm. Of course, that's the that's the worst. Well, yeah, that's the worst competition right there. Let's talk Jennifer Maya though. Will she do better than Jennifer Maya? What about Jennifer Maya? What about what happens with Jessica Andrade? You know, I know Jennifer Maya only won one round, but she was much more durable than they were. Jennifer Maya might be tough fight for Weili. You know, I just think, man, it's not a good idea. I just don't think it's a good idea right now. No, it's not a good idea. How, like, I could give you some keys right now if I had some, like, on what Weili could do to beat Valentina. Y'all tell me, like, what will Valentina do? No, excuse me. What does Weili have right now that we know could neutralize Valentina? See, again, going back to 135, GDR versus Valentina. I know what GDR could do to make that an interesting fight. I know what Valentina could do to counter that. But I know what GDR could do to win that fight as well. When you take Weili in this, I don't know. Like, what is Weili going to bring to the table that Valentina's never seen before? You know? Yeah. There's some fights for Valentina, but it all depends on those fighters like Taylor, Manon, and Viviana Araujo. Yeah. Out of those three fights, I think Taylor and Manon. Yeah, I think Taylor, number one, has the style to give Valentina trouble. I think Taylor Santos, you know, if she can get on that right path, so many things keep happening to her, fighters pulling out, whatever. If Taylor's get right, I think she'll propose more of a threat than Weili right now. Calvillo couldn't cut it in strawweight, beat the number one contender in flyweight. Yeah, Jessica Andrade did that too. Jessica Andrade did that too. TJ said Weili wants to fight, Dana wants to fight, I want to fight. Okay. Mm. I bet you won't bet on Weili though, TJ. You bet on Weili in this fight, but I bet you for sure you won't bet on Weili in this fight. You just want some easy money, so you betting on Valentina. That's why. You just said Valentina doesn't want to fight GDR, and that's the challenge. Notice why? That's the challenge, right? That's the challenge, though. That's a bigger challenge. That's better than Weili right now. See, Izzy, I was cool with that. Izzy cleaned out his middleweight division, wanted the challenge, moves up to light heavyweight. All right, let's go. That's fine. Even then, he couldn't win that fight. But you know why? Because he didn't really have a ground game. He didn't really have a ground game to counter that bigger, stronger man in there. Like Weili, like two title defenses at strawweight, moves up to flyweight. What's going to happen? Like, do you really think she's strong enough to fight in the clinch with Valentina Shevchenko? You think she's really going to be? You think she's really going to have the timing to fight Shevchenko on the outside and mid range? I mean, I know everybody loves Weili now, right? And there's a lot of Weili fans, and they want to see her go in there and go for broke and put it all on the line and become pound for pound best fighter. But pound for pound takes work, man. Like moving up to fight somebody like Valentina Shevchenko would take work. That's going to take some work, man. And right now, I just don't see it. Like, okay, maybe she could have the power to hurt Valentina or muscle her in the clinch and be tough on her, give her a tough fight on the ground. But Like, can she get in on Valentina like that? Does she have the timing and speed? Like, she had trouble with Joanna. You know, she had trouble with Joanna's timing. Yeah, Izzy. Okay, you said Izzy didn't clean out his. Come on, he did more than Weili did, and he's back in the division, and he's ready to do more work. You see, because he was unsuccessful after rushing up. You know, moving up there and wait. You see, he's back. He's back to do more work now. Colton, what's going on? Colton said Valentine is adamant that Weili is overrated and not technical enough. I'm, you know, I'm cool with some of that stuff that Valentina says. Like, I don't like it whenever she kind of low key throws digs at at Weili. You know, I don't think she's cool whenever she low key digs at her, but there's some fact. There's some fact to what she says. You know, there is some fact to what she says. You know, and there's a lot of fact to what Valentina says. It's just the way she says it. You know what I mean? She's saying, okay, look, this girl is overrated. To a certain extent, she is overrated. I like Weili, but there's still some things she hasn't done. She's not technical enough. What is she gonna do? That right there was telling you that Valentina said, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to beat me from the outside? You couldn't even outstrike Valent. You couldn't outstrike Joanna cleanly for 5 rounds. How you gonna outstrike me? How you gonna outstrike me? Huh? Yes, sir, bro. Hold on, hold on. I need you to tell me this, man. I need you to testify, man. You got to hold on, because I've been on here for a minute. Oh shoot. Hold on. I'm gonna send you a link. Hold on. I'm gonna send you a link. Just a second, man. What are you talking about, Mr. Lee? That quote's awesome. What quote? What quote you talking about? All right, TJ. You said we don't know what Weili can do. She's got experience, grit, skills, and she wants to fight. You look. You named everything except the one thing, man. The number one thing too that you named is why I'm disagree with. That you didn't name is why I'm disagreeing with you, TJ. Resume, resume. You need resume. You need a resume. I rate skills over resume. Jessica Andrade, she deserves this fight more because of resume. You prove yourself, you prove your skills with the resume. You can say you have great skills, but if you don't have the opponents to back it up, no, no, that's a no. Jessica Andrade, we talk about the skills, but she has the resume. Okay. That's why she's always in that position to fight. That's why she gets these title shots because the resume. Stamina says sacrificing all the amazing potential matchups at 115 to make one fight at 125 is textbook selling your lunch to buy dinner. Short side and thinking, ass backwards mindset. I'm gonna keep that up there just so y'all see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna keep that up there. I'm yeah, okay, yeah. That's why I said, yeah, I just read that too, because I'm gonna keep that right up there. I'm confused on how Izzy cleaned the division, how Izzy cleaned the division, Whitaker cleaned it foreign. Okay. All right, so Izzy beats Gaston. Let me go down there. He beat Gaston, Whitaker, the guy they hyped up, Costa. Um, he's beat more legit competition than Costa has. Costa, he was built hyped up. They were putting him in there with old guys. Yoel, people gonna question his age, but he was a dangerous opponent. Um, yeah, yeah. Just he actually fought better competition than Weili so far. He just it's not about how does Weili win. It's about who does Valentina fight other than relative cans at 125. Well, see, it's not just because you're in a division with cans don't mean you can get somebody else to move up. You know what I mean? That's on you. If you're in a division with cans, you move up. I'd be like, I'm not sacrificing my career just to make you look good. Weili at strawweight's her own thing. You know, you do your thing, I'll do my thing. When I'm ready, I'll see you there. Oh, what did I think of the Jake Paul and Ben Askren fight? Man, I didn't even watch it. I don't really support that stuff, man. I don't support that stuff. I'm sorry. Like I love boxing and I was entertained though from the I was entertained in Oscar De La Hoya though, man. That dude was, oh man, he was zooted, boy. He was gone. Oscar De La Hoya, he was gone, man. Hold on, man. Hold on, y'all. Trying to send this daggone link out. Oscar De La Hoya, he was high. Yeah. Okay, yeah, BJ, go ahead and defend him there, man. Oscar De La Hoya, he was high. BJ, yeah, 125 ain't cans. Right. Go ahead and tell him, man. Hold on. Ain't cans. It's enough to hold Valentina off and not try to force Weili to move up, you know? Weili don't need to move up right now. I'd rather see Joanna rematch, and I'd rather see Marina Rodriguez or Carla get in there. That thing, let me tell y'all this. It was like watching celebrity. Y'all remember MTV Celebrity Deathmatch? Look, I know I'm older than y'all, most of y'all. Hold on, man. I know I'm a little bit older than most, but y'all remember that show MTV Celebrity Deathmatch? That's what Triller Boxing is turning into. That's what Triller is turning into. It's turning into MTV Celebrity Deathmatch. He Kendrick crazy. Like Oscar was that was probably the most entertaining thing about the whole event was just looking back at Oscar De La Hoya and all that crazy talk with Snoop Dogg in there, man. All right. Oh, you got the link, BJ. Okay. Yeah, when you get home, whatever, you just come on for a little bit and we'll talk. I'm just making a run here while I'm talking to y'all. But okay, so we know. Look, we still got some. Everybody still has unfinished business. You know, Weili has Rose problems. Valentina's got Jessica problems. So this whole thing could go left, man. But right now, I just don't think that fight makes sense right now. Weili versus Valentina. Ain't nothing much changed from last year because I did a video talking about this last year. Whenever they were talking about it, you know, whenever Weili said she wanted to fight with Valentina, I said the same thing back then because not much has changed. The only thing she had done was beat Joanna, and we need more title defense. So it's not really like it's not really like much has really improved through Weili or as far as accomplishments and skill set to make us say, yeah, she's ready now. Just see, almost home. Oh, I already read that. Hold on. Gas needs to get his weight under control and welterweight. I don't know if he can move to welterweight at this point. You mean move down a weight? Shoot, I don't know, man. Like, how old is he now? Mr. FC Black, Mr. FS SF Black said Coke was, yeah, man. He was gone. That was entertaining. Like, I just saw a clip of that on YouTube. I didn't watch that event, but like somebody told me about it, so I was like, let me pull this thing up, man, because this Oscar was funny, man. Gaston is talented. He's so fluffy. Yeah, he's talented. That's what I'm saying. He's talented, and that fight counts. Izzy beat a tough, durable guy, and he has a legit title. He has a legit title reign. All I'm saying, yeah. Oh, he's young. Okay, yeah. So that win counts for Izzy. He's a young guy. It counts for him. I mean, the way his body looks, so he needs to be at the weight he's at. That's all I gotta say. He just needs to work on his skill set. I mean, the guy is durable. The guy is strong. He's just stuck in one gear. From what I seen against Robert Whitaker, he looked like he was stuck in one gear. Okay, a lot of people are talking about how much they couldn't stand the promotion. It was like a long back concert with a couple of fights here and there. Yeah. I mean, the Tyson Jones was the same way. It was just like a big concert, man. That's why that was the last one I saw, because I'm a Mike fan and Roy fan, and that was it. I'm damn sure not a Jake Paul fan or Ben Askren fan, so I was like, count me out. I was like, don't even tell me what happened. I know what happened, but I was just kind of like that at night. I was like, nah, I don't even want to see that. Okay, so let's see, y'all. More fight talk here. Let's see. Weili. Dang, man. So if Weili does destroy Rose, gets her out of there, wow, man. Weili destroys Rose. Dana is looking through that fight, and that's why I'm just telling y'all, I'm against it, man. I'm against it. I mean, I'd like to see her do good and go in there and set the bar high for herself and cement her legacy and possibly pull off the upset in Valentina. But I just don't think there's no need to rush that right now. Like Stamina said, we got some good fights at 115. Even the Mackenzie Dern fight sounds a little bit more interesting than taking on Valentina, because I know that's a big task for her. Boxing is becoming like the rising. Oh man, yeah. Unfortunately, it is, bro. It is, man. It's like I told you, man. It's just like MTV Celebrity Deathmatch. Odd makers have a lot of faith in Andrade versus Valentina. Yeah, they do. They have a lot of faith because of that promotion. They're trying to make it sound like this is like the most toughest challenge. Like I said, it's not gonna be like the toughest challenge, like skill wise for Valentina, but it's most definitely like dangerous. All right, y'all, hold on. Let me let this get right. Yeah, there we go. All right, y'all. Got my man in here, BJ from No Filter MMA. BJ, what's going on, man?
What's up, Combo Breaker 99? What's popping with you, bro?
Oh man, I'm just I was just taking care of some business, but I had to get on, man. It's fight week, bro. It's fight week. We
Oh, it's
here,
fight
man.
week, bro. Absolutely. You better believe it's fight week. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
out,
So, and
I'm out here
now
like in the school, bro.
I had to get off, and then I got back on, and you was going in. Now, what was you going in about, bro? Because I wanted to piggyback off of that.
Okay, yeah, please do, man. Weili versus Valentina, man. Everybody is feeling like if she destroys Rose or beats Rose, everybody wants to see her make that fight with Valentina now. Why is that not a super fight, man?
It's a super fight for me.
I mean, as far as like just going in there and you know she's not ready for that fight, though.
I mean,
I mean,
now if
besides
they
the
make the
money,
fight, what I mean is, if they make that fight,
yeah.
we there for it. You know we
Yeah,
there for it, dog. You
right,
know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that Weili is at that point. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Weili can fight, dude. Like, I don't know, man. It just, I mean, Combo, I know how you feel, man, but you know, Weili can bang, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, Weili can bang. Like, that's it is what it is. She can bang, bro. And I wouldn't really put it past Weili, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about that fight, I think Valentina wins that fight 9 times out of 10. I think Weili got problems that she need to worry about that's coming up at 115 pounds, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I think she beats Rose, but you know, it's the people that come after Rose, like Tatiana Suarez and you know what I'm saying, Marina Rodriguez and now Mackenzie Dern. You know, that's who I think she got to worry about.
Hmm.
I think that's where Weili should be focused because those girls are hungry. To like you let Marina Rodriguez go in here and beat somebody ranked above her. She gonna want that title shot, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah,
mean, I think that's that's what Weili really got to be worried about. She shouldn't be worried about trying to fight Valentina. Like,
right,
let Valentina do what she gonna do at 125. She need to be worried about 115.
right, right. Yeah, okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah, like I agree with that. It is a super fight because a lot of people come out, including me and you, we'll watch it. But yeah, as far as like just abandoning your division, oh no, you got a lot of work to do here. Like I'd rather see, like I said, I'd rather see Mackenzie Dern go in there with Weili right now than Weili go in there with Valentina. I'm just saying. There's a
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot to build off of that, man. Because like 115 right now, it's not barren. There's a lot going on for her, man. Like what if she was to fight Carla Esparza? Okay, that builds her resume up. A Joanna rematch, it does something for her, you know. And then
Mm-hmm.
eventually you build yourself up to a Valentina fight. Because again, I know she can fight her ass off, but Valentina, the number 2 pound for pound fighter in the world. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Yeah. I just gotta see how Valentina does in this fight with Jessica Andrade, man. I gotta see Valentina go in there and beat Jessica Andrade to just definitively say that she beats Weili Zhang, you know what I'm saying? Because Weili, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, Andrade and Weili met in the middle. Somebody had to go down. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, you know, I don't know, man. I just feel like Andrade is gonna press Valentina real hard, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like she's gonna press her real hard, and I just got to see how she does. I don't know. I can't say for sure if Valentina beats Weili Zhang. I can't say for sure.
Hmm. Okay. Like who? Let's say she was the who? Okay, whose chances are better? Who has a better chance, Jessica Andrade or Weili of beating Valentina?
I'm gonna say Jessica Andrade.
And why is that?
I mean, look at how Andrade was able to stop Chukagian, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when the way she stopped Chukagian, man, it's just like I keep saying it, Combo, and I keep telling you, it's gonna be hard for any of these girls to get past Chukagian. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be hard for any of these girls to get past Chukagian, and to see Andrade starts Chukagian the way she did, you know what I'm saying? Stop that fight in its tracks like that. That's
Hmm.
big, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like that's big. You know what I'm saying? Like I just got to see how if what happens when Jessica Andrade comes forward on Valentina. I got to see what happens. And I know Valentina's gonna be throwing those kicks. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime you get in that kicking range, Valentina will kick you. She's gonna be working that body kick. I know Valentina. That's what she's gonna do, man. And but I just got to see what she does when Jessica Andrade comes forward. I think a lot of
Okay.
people not really giving Andrade enough credit in this fight.
Okay. And I'm glad you said that because I agree with you on that, and that kind of proves my point about Andrade versus why Weili is not ready because Andrade is experienced. I don't care if she lacks the skill and the technique, but she's setting her ways and she's still improving, and she's just so settled into what type of fighter she is and her resume. Look at her
Right.
resume
Yep.
versus Weili's. She's been
Yeah.
in them so many styles. So this could be the time where she knows how to finally get in on a Valentina and disrupt Valentina's rhythm. Like she has the ability to disrupt Valentina's rhythm more so than Weili does right now. Weili's got that
Hmm.
potential. Weili can do that in like a few years, but not right now. Not right now.
Yeah, she couldn't
Andrade,
put. I mean, she stood in
Andrade's
the pocket with Joanna. She
Andrade's
stood.
already battle tested.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
She
hold
stood
on.
in the pocket with. She she,
Oh,
she stood in the pocket with Joanna and JT, but Joanna's
yeah,
not the hardest puncher. She's a great striker, but she's not the hardest puncher.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
she didn't take Valentina's approach. Like Valentina would have been hitting her differently, bro. She would have been hitting her differently than the way Joanna was hitting her. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, right. Yeah.
It wouldn't have been the same type of fight. Valentina would have clinched up. You know what I'm saying? Like if Weili was trying to engage that type of fight, Valentina would have taken the fight to the ground. Valentina would have clinched her up. You know what I'm saying? Valentina would have landed big shots. You know what I'm saying? They put the Valentina and Jennifer Maia fight up on YouTube today, and I went back and watched it. And anytime Jennifer Maia entered that range, man, you know what I'm saying? Valentina did a beautiful job of because Jennifer Maia in some ways was trying to draw that dog fight out of Valentina. You know, Jennifer Maia wanted to get in boxing range. Jennifer Maia wanted, she wanted to bang with Valentina. Valentina didn't do that. Valentina throw a shot, she dip off to the left, you know what I'm saying? She's throwing body kicks, spinning back kicks, you know what I'm saying? Spinning back fists, anything, a very diverse attack versus Joanna and Weili was mostly punches. Um, my bad, man. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. I can still hear you.
Yeah. With Joanna, it was basically leg kicks and punches, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, but I don't know, man. Like I can't. I don't know. I do see Andrade winning this fight with Valentina though, and I don't think that Weili Zhang should be worrying about fighting Valentina at this moment.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like solidify yourself as the champion. Valentina was somewhat chasing that fight with Amanda Nunes, but instead she had to solidify herself as the 125-pound champ. I think Zhang Weili needs to solidify herself as the 115-pound queen before she can worry about fighting another champion.
Exactly. That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah.
Uh, hold on. What in the chat, Beming said he thought I was leaning towards Rose to beat Whaley. No, never, never. I've already dropped my pick on that, and I'm going with Whaley. And even before that, I was never giving my pick. I was making y'all wait. So no, I never leaned towards Rose to win. Uh,
Mm.
hold on, let's see. I had it 50-50 at the time, but then I was kind of like looking at the way Rose looked at some of her past performances, and I was just like, I don't know, man. Whaley probably dog her out, and that's kind of what I'm thinking, man.
Yeah, I think Weili got that too, dog.
Hmm.
I think she beats Rose.
What?
I think she finishes Rose in the first round.
All right, hold on. I got something for you, BJ. Hold on. TJ said there is no fight at 115 or 125 that anyone cares to see the champion take that makes the same money as Whaley versus Valentina.
That don't make sense. There's no fight at 115 and 125 that anyone cares to see the champion take. That makes Zane win. Chico money. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a lot of fights at 115, man, that what I'm saying, that's coming up. You know what I'm saying? 115, the top of 115 with Mackenzie Dern in there, man, that changes the game a little bit. Combo, you gotta agree that Mackenzie Dern, now ranked in the top 5, is shaking it up just a little bit.
Yeah, well, I was saying this earlier. I still think there's some things that McKenzie needs to do, but I think that would be like a good fight for Whaley to take now, just to take as a legit title defense. It's a legit title defense for her, you know.
Right.
staying in her division and just cleaning it out, whether you
Right.
think these fighters are hype or not, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes more sense than Weili right now.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's where she needs to be. That's where she needs to stay at the moment. Because like you said, man, it's 115. It's too much of there's too big of a pursuit for the belt. I think you know what I'm saying. Like there's too many top girls. There's too many sharks at the top, man. Carla Esparza, Tatiana Suarez coming back. You know what I'm saying. Like I said, Marina Rodriguez, Yao Shannon. You know what I'm saying? Like they there, dude. Marina Rodriguez, they there, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, man.
that's a Shark Tank. That's a legit Shark Tank, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's not even a guarantee that Wei Lee is going to beat Dern. You know what I mean? It's not a
Right,
guarantee. That's why I say that fight is still necessary because we don't know what would happen if Wei Lee got taken to the ground on the submission artist in Mackenzie
right,
Dern.
right,
You know, so we need to see Wei Lee overcome a few different looks. You know,
right.
okay, you can out grapple the grappler. All right, we'll start talking. You might go back and make easier work of Joanna. Okay. Now maybe we can start talking about Valentina. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Or stop the takedowns of Tatiana Suarez.
Right.
Let's see you do some shit to people that ain't nobody else done to them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's
Yeah,
all.
because we seeing Valentina do things to girls that people never done to her. Nobody's ever finished Jessica I until Valentina did, and Jessica I fought some of the best in the world. You know what I'm saying? And Valentina finished Jessica I. Nobody finishes Jessica I.
Right.
So
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know,
Shoot. But look, B, you getting on tonight? Are you getting on live tonight?
yeah, man, I'm gonna jump on for a little bit, dog.
Okay, yeah. You go ahead and jump on, man. I might jump over there and talk to you, man. But I've been on here long enough. My man on phone's about to die. I got 5 to go. You know, I over here debating with not TJ, because you know TJ gonna say what he say, but B Kendra over here telling me that Izzy's title defense reign ain't legit. You know,
What?
so when she said his title defense is, you know, she said he fought old people. So I was like, okay, okay.
I mean, well, I mean, take for one, taking the belt from Robert Whitaker is a task within itself, and then especially in the way that he did it. You know what I'm saying? And then beating, you know what I'm saying, beating Paulo Costa. Those are two. Now you can question the Yoel, you can question that, but the title defense is between the title, the taking of the title and his defense against Paulo Costa. Those are legit wins. Those are solid, legit win. And his title defense. I mean the interim title fight with Kelvin Gastelum. That's a solid win.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. Look, those are legit wins, man. Like, I don't care what you say. You will call him old. That guy is always dangerous. Paulo, he wanted to fight Izzy.
Uh-oh. I think his phone died. Combo.
Oh, you still hear me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, yeah.
What was you saying? Combo.
Well, I'll be back on tomorrow
There you
if y'all
go.
can hear me.
Combo. Shit happens sometimes. Combo.